G'day, Ben Futrell here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Bermuda Triangle of finances, understanding your numbers in your business and why it's vitally important. So one of the things I run across a lot in business coaching is the amount of business owners that don't actually understand how to interpret their financial reporting in their business. And if you think about it like this, forget about P&Ls and cash flow statements and balance sheets for a second. Think about driving along in your car and the dashboard goes out. Everything just stops working. What are you going to do? Yeah, that's right. You're going to pull over, you're going to stop, and you're going to try and get it fixed before you move off again. Yet how many business owners are driving their business without the dashboard working? It's kind of alarming when you think about it. And it's only because I think it's a misunderstood myth. And accountants, whilst they have a job to do, they're very highly trained in accounting and can get a little bit confusing when they're talking to business owners like myself or like you. I know I was very confused in the beginning with finances. And I've called it the Bermuda Triangle of finance because it's where every business owner gets lost, and it's the correlation between the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow forecast or statement in your business. And they're the three things that are vitally important. Now you might have noticed that I didn't talk about the bank balance, and it's alarming for me to see how many business owners are judging the performance of their business based on the bank balance alone. It's kind of scary, in fact. That's how a lot of decisions are being made, when really decisions should be made based on business plans and budgets. Looking at P&Ls, for example, to see where a profit is and being able to then work more on those profitable areas in our business. So let's have a look at those three areas and see what they are and just understand how the three work together. So first of all, your profit and loss statement is like a scorecard. It's shown up at the end of the month. It's like a lap board. Just say you're in a race car, it's at the end of the lap, this is how fast you went. That's what a profit and loss statement is. And yes, you can be showing a profit on your profit and loss statement, also known as the P&L, and have no money in the bank. Okay, so companies have gone broke showing a profit on their P&L. So it's like a scorecard. Your cash flow forecast is more like the fuel in your engine, and that shows you instantly your fuel, so the money in the bank. And it also then shows you the money in the bank, or what fuel you can expect to have in the next 30, 60, 90 days. And that's what a cash flow forecast is for. It's to make sure you don't run out of money. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, how is it that I can have a profit on my profit and loss yet run out of money? Well, a lot of things that go on the P&L a lot of things that go in the cash flow forecast don't show up on the P&L. So for example, a lease payment on a vehicle. Say you've got a van that you drive around for your business. That van's lease payment won't necessarily show up on your profit and loss statement because there's two parts to a lease. There's principal and there's interest. The interest is an expense, as where the principal is not an expense. Okay, so it doesn't show up in your P&L. Now, depending on the particular financial package you've taken, some leases or hire purchases, they're all slightly different in the way that you can claim the deduction, so some will, but there are always going to be some things in your business that won't show up as an expense because they're in your cash flow statement as a cash out, but they don't go on the P&L. Now that leads me to the other corner, I should say, of that triangle, and that is the balance sheet. And the balance sheet is like your scorecard for the entire year, and it is what gives you the health of your business. And it's not a report that you look at very often, but it's one that will show you what your retaining earnings are and what your equity is. So it looks at your assets, less your liabilities, and then the result of that is what's called your equity. And you want that number to go up over the years. That indicates the health of your business and make sure you're heading in the right direction. Now, understanding these three corners of this triangle, the Bermuda Triangle of finances, is not as difficult as you may think, and we can help you by understanding in layman's terms what the three things do and how they correlate. But it's vitally important that you at least go and talk with somebody that you know that can explain to you in simple terms how to read your P&L, how to do a cash flow forecast, and how to understand your balance sheet. So there you go, the Bermuda Triangle of finance. Hopefully that's helped you out. Cheers.